Before the earth was forged in fire and flood, before mortals dared to name the stars, there was a light that lived. Not a fleeting glow, but a roaring, sentient blaze. A god whose gaze pierced time, seared truth, and held the cosmos in its grasp. His name was Helios. Not merely the sun, but its soul, a titan of flame and memory, who watched all, forgot nothing, and burned with a fury that shaped existence. Stand in his radiance and tremble. You are seen, your soul laid bare before the fire that never fades. In the raw chaos of the primordial void, when gods clashed to carve their realms, Helios erupted. No birth, no cradle, only a cataclysmic collision of divine will, molten light, and unyielding purpose. A supernova roared into being, its brilliance blinding the elder gods, their thrones quaking as his crown of solar fire ignited the heavens. His eyes, twin furnaces of unrelenting truth, burned through the tapestry of reality, weaving past, present, and future into a single searing vision. His breath birthed dawn, painting the cosmos in gold, crimson, and violet. To face Helios was to confront eternity, a god too vast, too radiant for the heavens to contain. The divine council whispered in dread. Could such a force be tamed, or would his fire consume all creation in its untamed glory? Helios was no idle deity, content to blaze in stillness. He was a warrior, a driver of time itself, commanding a golden chariot forged from orichalcum, its frame bound with sinews of phoenixes reborn in starfire. Its wheels thundered across the sky, trailing comets and sparks that lit the dawn, dragging the day in their wake like a war banner unfurled against the void. Each sunrise was a battle won. Beyond the horizon, an ancient darkness, the void's ravenous maw, clawed at creation, seeking to swallow light and life. Helios rode not out of duty, but defiance, his chariot a blazing fortress against oblivion. To falter was to invite annihilation. To stop was to let existence unravel. So he charged, his heart a furnace of unbreakable will, his light a sword that slashed the dark each morning. No god struck fear into mortal hearts like Helios. His gaze was a blade, slicing through lies, incinerating deceit to ash. Kings knelt before his light, their secrets exposed. Oaths sworn under his watch were chains forged in fire, unbreakable. The oracle of Rhodos, her voice quaking with reverence, declared, "Helios is the scribe of eternity. Betray his light and your soul will burn in its truth." His temples were no mere sanctuaries but cosmic vaults, their marble walls aglow with mirrored flames that etched every vow, every whisper into the fabric of the universe. Once, a treacherous emperor swore loyalty under Helios's noon, only to betray his people. At dawn, his palace crumbled, not by flame, but by the weight of his exposed lies, his legacy scorched by the sun's unblinking verdict. From the void's deepest abyss rose Seraphis, the eater of light, a monstrous entity with wings of shadow, eyes like starless voids, and a hunger to extinguish Helios's flame. Its roar chilled the cosmos, its darkness swallowing stars as it sought to plunge the world into eternal night. Their war raged for 700 years, a cosmic tempest that shattered mountains, boiled seas, and dimmed constellations. Each eclipse was a wound in the heavens, a clash where Helios's fire met Seraphis's abyss. The skies bled light and shadow, the earth trembling below. In the final hour, Helios unleashed a supernova of divine wrath, his chariot blazing as a second sun. Seraphis howled, its form torn apart, banished to the void's farthest reaches. But the victory was Pyrrhic. Helios's radiance dimmed, his boundless fire weakened. To spare the earth from his own consuming blaze, he withdrew, shining from a distance, a guardian whose light still held the darkness at bay. but whose heart bore the scars of sacrifice. As civilizations rose, Egypt, Greece, Persia, Mesopotamia, mortals glimpsed Helios in their gods. Ra, the piercing eye of justice, searing the Nile's secrets. Apollo, the radiant archer whose arrows burned with truth. Shamash, the judge whose light weighed souls in Babylon's courts. These were not rivals, but reflections, facets of Helios's eternal flame, veiled to ease mortal fears. For humanity shrank from a god who saw all, remembered all. So he cloaked himself in myth, watching silently as his light inspired pyramids, oracles, and epics. Yet his presence lingered. Poets felt his gaze in dawn's first glow, crafting verses that hummed with fire. Warriors swore oaths under noon's blaze, their blades gleaming with his approval. In quiet villages, elders whispered of a sun that listened, its warmth a promise of truth unbroken. In this age of steel towers and starless skies, Helios is mocked as a mere fusion engine, a ball of gas. But the wise know better. In the heat of a desert noon, in the shimmer of a mirage, in dreams where a golden chariot thunders across the heavens, his voice echoes, a pulse of fire that remembers every vow, every dawn, every battle. Pilgrims to crumbling Rhodian shrines speak of visions, a figure of flame, eyes blazing with timeless wisdom, standing ready. The corona hums with his thoughts, a living heartbeat in the sky. Helios sleeps, but his slumber is light. The void stirs, its shadows creeping closer, whispering of a new war. When that day comes, Helios will rise, not for worship, but for reckoning, a flame that burns for truth, a light that will shatter the dark with a roar heard across the cosmos. Step into the noonday sun, feel its fire kiss your skin, your shadow branded into the earth. Know this, you are not alone. Helios watches, not with wrath nor mercy, but with the weight of eternity. He is the god who drove time across the sky, who battled oblivion to keep the world alive. His light is a vow, his heat a memory, his flame a warning. When the void returns as it must, Helios will ride again, his chariot will blaze, his voice will thunder, and the sun will burn with a fury that shakes the stars. Until then, let the warmth on your face whisper his truth. The flame never forgets, and its gaze never falters.